Good morning, guys. All right, so do have a little bit of movement this morning, not a whole bunch. For my sell order, we're kind of looking, if we're going to sell this morning, we kind of have to get back below the 650s. I feel like kind of get back below these hourly candles from overnight or from this morning. All right. Make sure my volume and stuff is working correctly. Just want to check volume. Okay. So we do have some news this morning at 10 o'clock. Let's see here. What do we have going on today? Hopefully everybody had a safe evening trading. You didn't destroy your profits from yesterday morning if you were in the green. So yeah, 51 minutes this morning at 10 o'clock. We'll have core PCI price index numbers. So just be aware that if you're in a trade this morning, you don't want to get stuck in that. Let me get my chats out real quick. Ooh. Good morning. Good morning. Uh-oh. Ugh. That's bound. All right, so like I said, we do have news in 51 minutes. As right now, I feel like we already run the high of this previous 4-hour candle. I feel like we're going to get a dip here. I wouldn't mind seeing us kind of fill in this order block that we have here, where we kind of just hit this, then reverse back up. Below the 650s, below the 670s, we're going to be strictly short bias, but above those levels, long bias this morning. Let's see here. Find something to listen to. Anybody else listen to music when they're trading? I don't know why that doesn't show up over here. So yesterday we had a pretty decent trading session. We were green in all four. I think we traded 4 different funded accounts yesterday. Just looking for like small little victories, like anywhere between $50 to $100 per account. And I think we had like 4 accounts that were in the green yesterday. So this morning, we'll start off with the one. We're definitely going to be looking for the opening 15-minute range type play where we're looking for a breakout, then kind of a pullback into that range, and then look for a level. The reason I like the shorts today is because we got the London lows pretty far down there. So this is going to be your London lows way down here at the 500s. Now, this is a place, I think we kind of took a trade up here yesterday. Above that 30 or 740 yesterday. I feel like we got above that and we used that as support. I will look for a short up here out of the 790s. There's about 4 1-hour candles that we had marked out over here. Let me go back over to it so we can show you on the hourly chart. Yeah, so if you pull up your hourly chart up here, so we did run that week gap. So this was that opening week gap that we started off with this week. So I'm feeling like if we can get back above these 40s here and use these hourly candle support, I do feel like you may run into resistance up here around the 800s because you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 9 candles up here to kind of run into, plus over here. So a lot of support up here around the 800s. So I just feel like that 800s is going to be a nice support level. 67 also. Let's see. Now, is that a level you're looking at, Shoot? Or is that just like the 67 that a bunch of people say? This is the 1 hour chart, so I might not be seeing the same thing you see. Oh. Gotcha. I never know, man. You never know. I guess I don't know what the 67's for. This is the MNQ. So this is the micros of the NASDAQ. Because I trade mostly 25 and 50K like prop firm accounts. And so your drawdown is only like $1,500 and $3,000. So it's too big to trade minis. So minis are like $20 a count, where micros start off at $2 a count. So a lot of times they're starting off at like 2, 3 micros. So you're looking at 23 or about $6 an account. So it's a lot cheaper than this way. If you're on the wrong side of the trade, you're not getting devastated by a mini. A mini will devastate your small account in no time. You can do that on a eval. It's probably not a big deal, but mostly everything that we're trading recently is all funded accounts. We're not even really trading any evals. The only evals I got left is on my Quant Tower, and I haven't really even traded them much this week. So right now we've been just kind of just consolidating straight across. So don't really know where we're going to go from here. Maybe one of those mornings we just wait till we either break a Pacific level or look for a level. So like this morning we'll look for the 800 level, or we'll look for us to break the 650s. That's the yesterday previous high. So if we can get below the previous high, we will look for maybe a short there below those levels. What's up, Jake? How are you doing today? I was just telling Shooter over in another lobby, there's a lot of down wicks sitting up here around the 800 at the 997 on the 1 hour charts. I don't know if I'd go in very heavy on it, but it's definitely maybe a moderate like 20 to 25 point trade where you can maybe do the first target 75, then second target 50. There's about 10 1 hour candles sitting at 97. Right here. So a lot of 1 hour candles sitting up here at the 800. So may get a nice bounce rejection off that 800 this morning. Oh, you're doing Forex. See, I've never tried the Forex. I've dabbled with the gold a little bit. I've been trying to watch it. I just know I would have to trade micros because there's no way I could trade a mini in gold because I think they're like $100 a contract. Did you continue trading after we got off yesterday morning? Now, that is something I have learned where I've did to myself in the past is continuing trading throughout the day will just wreck your accounts. Like, I've had really good mornings and I'll continue trading into the lunch hour, or I will trade after lunch and just wreck my profits. I think if you want to do that, maybe just switch to a sim account and do it for practice, because most of the time your lunch hour stuff is usually fairly choppy. Not every day, but most days it's choppy. Let's see. Oh, yesterday was not typical. Yeah, yesterday was pretty insane. So if you want to stick to decent trading sessions, so what I would do is on your trading view, put on ICT kill zones and pivots, and only trade the New York AM and New York PM. Or what it is, as soon as this starts right here, just don't trade anymore. Once this lunch hour starts, don't trade. As you can see, we were just chopping pretty hard during the Wednesday session. We did have a little movement the other day in the lunch hour, but as you can see, it's always very low volume during that lunch hour. So this is why we don't ever trade in the lunch. 6K to 3K. Oh, you went from 6 plus to minus 3K yesterday? Woo! What did you do? Continue trading all day, Shooter, also? Dude, 6K and continuing. Woo! That'll be hard for me to do. I'm going to probably wait for the 800 push this morning. I don't think I'm a short right off the rip the day. I do feel like we could possibly get a nice bounce here just because this is the top of the 1 hour chart, the 4 hour chart. A lot of consolidation right here around the 700. But we just kind of have to wait and see what happens. Also, if you're trading this morning, be aware if you're in the stock market. You were looking at the Bitcoin US Tether. So were you trading Bitcoin? Can you trade Bitcoin in the futures market? Or, you know, what prop firms? Yeah, if you're going to end up getting another prop firm, Jake, I would definitely go with the cheapest one you can get. Right now, most of your cheap evals are either through Apex and Bulanox. Apex has a little bit more stricter rules. If you can follow a percentage type drawdown, only get that 30 to 40% drawdown, where Bulanox is not as strict, but they're a little bit more on the back end. Oh, okay. What's up, Chief? How are you doing today? What were you trading, Shooter, when you lost that 3K? Was that like a gold trade with like a mini or something? To lose 3K, whew, that would hurt my feelings. All right, guys, we got about 5 minutes left. I think it really depends on how long you've been doing this. If you're new, the easiest probably one to trade on is going to be Tradeovate. And the next one, if you've been doing it for a little while and you can figure stuff out, which I need to make some videos on how to set this up. I'm going to have a lot of time this weekend because I'm snowed in. But I like TradingView, but when I very first started, it was strictly Tradeovate because Tradeovate's super simple to use. That, you know, everything's kind of big, it's bold, it's out there, it's like buy, sell. It's so much easier to navigate. But as soon as I got over to Ninja and started using it for quite a while, I could probably never trade anything with Ninja. And Ninja and Tradeovate are owned by the same company. So Ninja owns Tradeovate. So same company. There's another prop firm, there's another set of charts, which I'm not very good at. It's not that I don't know how to trade on them. It's just I'm not very fast at trading them. And this is Quantower. So and I've never used TradingView to trade, so I don't know. I'm not sure how that plays out or how easy it is to trade on TradingView. And there's another thing I kept seeing on Apex website called Wealth Charts. I'm not sure what those are either. It seems like anytime a prop firm recommends those charts, it's almost like they're a mirrored of TradingView. Forgot to hit my live button over here. But I do use TradingView. You don't like wealth? Yeah, see, guy in this other lobby said he doesn't like wealth charts. See, I've never even seen what wealth charts look like. See, I've never selected them, so I couldn't tell you. So the one thing that I do is I usually sign up for Tradeovate accounts, and then I connect them to my Ninja account. This way you can copy trade across multiple accounts. So right now I have 4 funded accounts with Apex, but 2 of them are Riptic and 2 of them are with Tradeovate. And this way we can link them all together. This way, if you do want to copy trade, which I don't really recommend copy trading if you're fairly new to trading. But Ninja are my favorite. You can get a bunch of free indicators. This way, if you don't want to pay for TradingView, you can I don't use buy sell indicators usually. I use more level based indicators. So this is probably one of my favorite indicators. It just marks off kind of like the highs and lows of what's going on within the London, the Asia market, the New York PM session. So this is why I said that I'm short bias back below 650. I feel like if these 700s can't hold up here, that we could possibly rerun this PM low from yesterday. I mean, that's a long ways down because we just filled in that open weekly gap. So from Sunday. All right, less than a minute, 50 seconds left before opening. So like I said, I may take a short off up here around the 900s. We'll see how fast it's going. I mean, if it's just on a train and just booking, we probably won't take it because we don't want to get our level blowed up. So we'll probably wait. It's one thing to take that trade about 15 minutes after the market opens, but in that first 15 minutes, man, it's just so much volatility. A lot of times levels don't get respected. So this previous day high here, guys, this is going to be my short line. So back below this previous day high, we're going to be short all the way. And here we're looking for us to get through the 800s. If we can get through the 800s, find support, probably definitely stay long bias because we got a lot of wicks. A lot of wicks between here and up in here. So but we also had a lot of movement overnight, so it can just be straight chop this morning too. So that's another thing you got to look at. And we also have news in 30 minutes. So be aware that if you're in a trade around 10 o'clock this morning, guys, you don't want to get trapped in that. Or at least protect your profit and at least go to either get to break even or have a moderate stop loss or something because you don't want to get whipped out 40 or 50 points. All right, 14 seconds left. Right now, it's just looking pretty stale. I mean, it looks like we've just been trading sideways, since 5 o'clock this morning. Actually, probably all the way back to 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock. It's just straight sideways. Just ran that 1 hour candle. Kind of looking for a pullback up into maybe the 700s here. It didn't pull back up in there. Uh-oh. So ran that previous hourly candle. It can easily push here. But I feel like it's going to possibly run these hourly candles. And like I said, we get through this 53s, we're definitely going to be short bias all the way. I was hoping for a 50% pullback into this area and look for a short out of that area. Sorry if I don't notice the chat, guys. Shit, this thing's dipping hard. Still got about a minute 40 seconds left on this 5-minute candle. Just being patient, guys. Being patient, waiting. That 71, there's a order block in this area. That's where we're getting stuck. You can see this kind of like shaded green here. $30 seconds left. I mean, that's a nice looking candle for it. It's looking very strong. All right, we're going to go in and see here. We're going to put this at the 50%. This way, if it does pull back on us, because 71 is kind of my line in the sand here. And I'm short all the way below 53, guys. All right, we're going to go to break even because we don't want this thing to come back and stop us out. All right. Waited for that 71 to 50 range to break. That's what we were waiting on. And this thing could pop all the way back up off of that 50 level. And as long as we reprint back below that 50 level, we will re-short because that's below that previous day high. There's no guarantees here. We're going to shoot for 12 down there, or actually 15. Oh, come on. We're going to get a big old nasty wick here to stop me out. Come on. Be nice to me, 50. 50 left me yesterday, guys, or that previous day high left me yesterday. Y'all remember? Because I was like, we're going short the previous day high, and it blasted, and we missed it. So hopefully it pays off today because we got in a little bit early. Ah, that's so dirty. It looks like it's going to stop us out. Yep. Ah, what a bummer. Man, that thing pushed down, what, all the way till the 30s here. All right, we'll see what happens if it just pushes, just another retracement for the push back down. Big nasty wick this morning, guys. Big nasty wick. 71's another short bias for me. So if 71 holds, we're still short bias. All right, about to have a new 5-minute candle here. So far, we're still losing at 71. Uh, 10 seconds left on 5-minute candle. Kind of zoom in a little bit. I want to see if this candle, if it cannot break this previous swing, I feel like we're still moving down. It would need to break this previous candle right next to it. It's just 2 micros. We're not over leveraging. Remember that, guys. We hit that first target. We're going to break even because this is just whipping pretty hard right now. Like I said, we're just in 2 micros, not over leveraging. If we lose the trade, it'll just take the profits that we made a while ago. I got to remember, I only have about 20 minutes left, guys, because remember, we got news coming up in 20 minutes. So be aware that we cannot be holding this trade into news. All right, first target. We're going to go to break even. Like I said, we're going to protect our profits in this first 20 minutes. I'm going to follow this trade down this time if we get down below the 50 level. If this thing stops me out, we probably won't re-enter because I don't want to get stuck in a trade so close to news. Woo, woo. We got the train station, guys. Nice. That's what we were looking for a while ago. Woo, got the train. All right, we pointed out two levels to short. The 71, remember I said 71 was one of my line in the sands, and 50 below that previous day high. It did take two candles to get below it, but remember yesterday we didn't short that right away and it sold off like crazy, so we missed out on a big trade yesterday. So very good morning. We made $200 just trading 2 micros, guys. So good morning so far. So now I'm gonna sit on the sidelines and watch charts. So get your profit. You got 15 minutes left before we got 3-star news. You don't want to be stuck in trades leading to news. So like I said, good morning so far, guys. Good morning. Not a whole lot of drawdown, or it's not too bad on 2 micros. See what I mean? This is one of these days that we're just whipping so hard that the follow through has not been that great this morning. And plus, what did we hit? This is one of Fish Lips' favorite area, that 50% of the total range for the day. Uh-oh. Sorry. If it wasn't so close to news, I'd almost want to keep short in this 53 here. Because I feel like that we could possibly rerun the previous day close all the way down to 600. And that would rerun this previous 4-hour candle. Or maybe, man, we don't want to accidentally take a trade on that account again. Woo. Where was your original entry at, Fish Lips? So you out for some, you sold it, you left 2 at 700, or you got 2 that you were adding at 700? Did anybody grab the 50 short or the 71 short? Those were my 2 short levels this morning. And we didn't miss them like we did yesterday. We missed them completely yesterday. I still want to short this, but what makes me nervous is the news that's coming in about 10 minutes. I just don't want to get stuck in a trade and I get effed. Because we've had a good week of trading so far. So don't want to ruin it because we follow a rule in trading during a news play. I'm short bias all the way below that 653, guys. I'm only going to be looking for shorts. So we either will look for some kind of pullback short. And I feel like we still have an opportunity to look for some trades if we're going to run the previous day close. Now, I will take a long off of this 500 level at the previous day close. Jake, what sucks, man, whenever you're trading like between your sim accounts to paper accounts and funded accounts, man, it'll seem like you can do no wrong when you're in a sim account. I swear to God, like it'll feel like you are a sim count millionaire. You'll go to eval, you'll get to that level of like, man, I'm a sim count millionaire. But man, it seems like as soon as you get to your funded accounts, it's like, what's going on? Like the stuff that worked before does not work now. I swear that's the way it feels when you're going through those levels of trading. This year, I have made it a focus to not even. Yeah, I make more. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jay. You'll feel like a paper account millionaire, dude. I swear, guys, on this, mark out your previous day highs. I've noticed that anytime that we push above the previous day high, like 40, 50 points, and when we come back through that, it's like 60, 70 point move. But I've already took my short, so I'm not going to try to jump back in. So we'll have to see some kind of retracement here. It's rigged, I swear. Trust me, it feels that way sometimes. So like I don't have a choice but to trade funded accounts right now because I didn't renew. I didn't buy any more evals. I was like, all right, we got 7 or 8 funded accounts, and that's what we're going to trade. So either we're going to blow our 8 funded accounts, or we're getting these babies to where they need to be. All right, so I am going to probably long off of the 500s down here. Unless it's like 2 minutes before the news play. We still got about 10 minutes to get a trade and get out. Maybe it'll be real quick action here. Let's see. It looks... We're going to do this bounce with 3 micros and leave a runner. Just don't, like I said, you got 10 minutes left, so I'm hoping it's quick. A lot of support in this 50 area. If you look to the left, you can see all the support in this area. So, and that was a swing there. So it made that may be a nice spot for a little bounce. I mean, we're not taking it. Like I said, we're only going to take this previous day close trade here. Put it all on the Bears and call it a day. I'm glad to just be done with the funded account. Well, my main funded account that we're trading, I'm cool with. So right now we're sitting at $1,500 in that funded. So we're cool just sitting there for the rest of the day on that account. And so we're just rotating. The previous day close, I would have to look. I know there's 2 previous day close that people trade. I'll need to look and see if this is the 4 o'clock previous day close or the 4 o'clock. There's 2 of them, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I want to say this is the 4 o'clock, but I'm not positive. I just use the same one that it marks out every day. So this is where we closed at yesterday. So I'm assuming it's the 4 o'clock one. So because it looks like we have a gap fill in, I guess we filled that gap in last night, but All right, let's look what kind of pullback we're going to get on this candle. If you pull fib on this whole move and see if you just get like the nice 50% pullback before we reverse, because it could push up to the bottom of these 1 hour candles and come back down. So you would need premium. It would be all the way back up into this swing level here. And that would get you like into the nice discount area on your fib. Yeah, well, we're trading the MNQ. We're trading micros because we're trading small accounts. Now, if you got a larger account, I guess it's okay to trade the minis. I don't trade minis because I'm trading on small accounts. My accounts are like the 25Ks and the 50K, which is technically you get $1,500 of drawdown and $3,000 of drawdown, which is not very much when you're trading minis. In this way, I can either add or, I can go in with, say, 3 micros to 5. I try not to use more than 5 micros most of the time. So the trade that we're looking for in a minute is going to be strictly on probably 1 micro. We got 5 minutes till news, guys. It could just be sitting here until that news play comes in a few minutes. So just be aware that if you are in the trade, probably no more than 3 at max. A lot of my trades, you can always enter with 1 micro, and if the trade goes your way, add to it. If you just want to be conservative, if you don't want to be spending a lot of money, it really depends on your finances too. If you got the money to blow through accounts, I've seen a lot of people just full send them and not really care. I think that has something to do with it too. I don't have like bukus of money to be blowing on evals and funded accounts. So I trade a little bit more the conservative side. I don't live off trading or YouTube or anything. So I work and plus have other income. All right, guys, 5 minutes until the news play. I'm really hoping it doesn't do anything to it, honestly. I hope it stays normal. I still like the shorts. I feel like that we're still going to take out this 1 hour candle. Man, it was so hard not to even short that. Dude, this is going to be a crazy nice short, guys. If this candle can print here, this is going to create a 5-minute order block. And so it's going to make it so hard not to want to short this. Woo. Come on. What sucks is it's going to happen right at the news too, guys. Man, we got 3 minutes left. It's so hard not to jump into this. We're at the 75 level, especially if the 75 starts losing, where it does like a little pullback and just blasts through it. So a lot of times when it does that, it's not coming back up to the 600 level. A lot of times then you'll go to your next level down, which is the 50. Let's see if it gets back up there. Shoot. There's the 90. Still trying to get through the 75s. You can see that's kind of where these candles closed at earlier, was at the 75s. All right, 2 minutes left before the news play. Be careful if you're in the trade. Protect your profit. You're full send in the paper. Heck yeah. Full send. All right, so it looks like the market's kind of dead. We're probably going to have to wait till this news play to happen to get anything. Jake, I'll put in the Discord the one indicator that I can share with you that it'll show you what I was using for my short bias this morning at 71. All right, so right now we're just kind of stale. We're probably no. I don't really teach trading. I don't feel like I'm at that level of trading yet, so I don't really teach. I just show people what I do, and maybe you can take a little bit from what I've been doing, or take a little bit from someone else doing, or by what you learn, and if it helps you, it helps you. If not, you don't use it. So I just do it like that. I don't teach people how to trade. I think that's a lot of stress to teach people to trade. Because most of my trading is just I just trade mainly levels. I'm just support and resistance levels. So mostly all my entries are support and resistance. Either from like the previous highs and lows, or swings, or order blocks, or just like the previous day close is a level that I like to trade for a nice 10-point trade. I use them based off the hourly charts, I guess. So a lot of times I get a lot of I use the hourly. So I look for wicks on the hourly chart where it kind of points them out for you. Let me see. I'll pull it over for you. What do we got? Oh, here comes the news. Let me get through the news real quick. I'm hoping the news doesn't do too much, and I just don't want to get blasted if we put this freaking trade on here. All right, it didn't happen. Okay. I'm trying to make sure I watch charts because yesterday I missed a really good trade off of that level. So you also got some big wicks sitting at 97 too. So even if it sells through it, I just don't want to miss my trade. Let me put this on here real quick so I don't miss it. Also, the 97, I think where that hit off at already. Yeah. We're just looking for 10 points in a runner here real quick. 570 to... I'm not sure about the 570 short. That's I don't know anything about the 570. My short was back up there at 670 here. This. You can see you broke all this previous downward all these previous wicks on the low of the 5-minute chart. My two short areas were 71 and 653. And it may just bounce at 25. It may not even get down there, or 30. That's the top of that 1 hour chart from, or 1 hour candle from last night. Now, this is just straight mechanical trade, guys. So it's either a winner or loser. It does have a very high win percentage from the previous day close. Methodical Man probably takes this more than I do. Yeah, I know. I saw that session low down there. That's also a gap fill in. Well, we already had that gap fill in from right here. So I guess this would be your overnight low sitting at the 80s. All we're looking for is 10 points here, pretty much. 10 points and maybe a runner. It's only in 3 micros, too. So we're going to be risking $60 to $100 on the trade. What's crazy is it could hit this 25 level, then just reject this 25. Then, well, this is the bottom of a new 4-hour candle. Holy crap, I just realized that too. All right, so we're into a new 4-hour candle here. So this could just be a higher low on the 4-hour candle. So this is the bottom of your 1 4-hour candle. So lower 4-hour, lower 4-hour. And so if we can't push down, we're probably going back up. I think it'll take a lot to get through this just because you have an order block here on the 5 minutes. I forgot about the order block. Sorry if I'm missing your charts or text, guys. I get so staring at the charts because yesterday I missed out on multiple. I missed out on like one of the best trades of the day by not paying attention. What's up, Matt? How are you doing today? Runner means I sell off 10 contracts, or I sell off a certain amount of contracts that are left, and I have leftover contracts. See, my profit on my runner has no take profit. So I just use a ATR, or your ATM strategy on Ninja. And so you can have your first target, which is 2 contracts, stop loss 20 points, profit 10. And then if the runner happens, we can kind of make a judgment call where we think the runner could make it to. So that's kind of what we do on the runner. Ben, it don't always work, so sometimes you do miss out on profit. Kind of like I missed out on that first big profit a while ago. Remember, I was up like, 30 points, and then it came back and, didn't get anything off the runner. You don't think we'll get to that 25 first, fish lips? Let's see. I'm kind of targeting these wicks here. So these are the wicks I'm targeting from that overnight low. The only thing that worries me here is, like I said, this big square that you see is the close of the 4-hour candle. And this is a 4-hour candle. So right now, we could just be making lower highs on the 4 hours. It says I opened the London session for a trade. Saw that my PA and logged off. You didn't want to take a funded trade, Matt? He's like, nope. London low, and it's got a 5-minute order block down there too, guys. Let's see. Close off some of this stuff so it's easy to see. So that's another good thing for the we got a 5-minute order block here also at the 500s for the London session. So even if it drops through this previous day close, I may even set one contract at 500 to add in. Oh, nice for the 50-point scalp. You're still where are you still holding from 550? Took a PA trade off the 550 quick scalp for 50 points. Like I said, I don't even know if we're going to go any lower because sometimes we don't always get this level. But it's hard to believe that we move up too far because I wasn't sure if how hard a struggle we'd be to get through this order block here. A little bit more, a little bit more. If we sell through the 500s, your next level of support's all the way down at 434, 433. So basically here, if we cannot run this previous 4-hour candle, we're probably going back up to the highs. Or at least going to make a decent pullback here. So we got to need to run this previous 4-hour candle here. So if you pull fib kind of on this whole move right here, the reason I say that is if you pull fib on your previous 4-hour candle, right now we're kind of back into discount pricing. If you're pulling fib on 4-hour to 4-hour. All thing we can do is just sit here and be patient. Thank you guys for the likes and follows today. We will probably definitely be trading the tonight session. I know I've been dragging about being consistent on there, but I think tonight we may actually get some fairly decent movement tonight, because tonight is Japan's I want to say interest rate decision or something like that. I was looking at that earlier, so we do have some nice news tonight during the Japan or Asian session. I'm going to just take these off while we're just sitting here. If we get down there closer, we'll add. Yeah, so tonight at 21. What is that? That 9 o'clock? Let's see. Yeah, 9 o'clock my time. Yeah, this definitely, I mean, I can definitely picture this being the low here, guys, if we can't push down any farther. Because, like I said, the next 4-hour candle has ran this previous 4-hour candle. And a lot of times you'll get some kind of pullback here. And 4 hours still looks kind of bullish. Whew. So the way we would look for long here, like let's just say this is going to be our bottom. We want to see a push up, pull your fib on this leg right here, and just look for a pullback off of this leg here. And then you can kind of look for like a bear flag breakout. Above 625, we rip. Yeah, hopefully no one's stuck in a trade, because there's nothing worse than especially if you're over leveraged. This is the worst time to be stuck in an over leveraged trade where you're just like, holy crap. It's like you're at the mercy of it. You don't want full port. And you're like, no. Everybody's been there. Everybody's been there with the over leveraging, full port in your accounts. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? We just don't want to get one of them accident. The reason why I take it off, because I don't know if you guys noticed over the last couple weeks, man, we've had some like crazy candles out of nowhere. This could just be a lower high, guys. So, like I said, this is the low of the 4-hour candle from 1 o'clock this morning. This is the low from the 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock 4-hour candle. And this is the low of the 4-hour candle from 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock. So that's what I was saying about making lower highs here. For your 4-hour here. So, like I said, there's just not really anything to do. Just kind of have to wait and just see what's going to happen. Hopefully, it's not one of these mornings we get that really good move in the morning and it consolidates the rest of the morning. I don't know about you guys, but I hate those mornings. Like, especially if you miss that full move down this morning, because that's a lot of times that's what happens. You'll get that one good move in the morning, then for the next hour, you're just chopping sideways, and there's just. If you don't have patience, you'll end up jumping in this and just kind of just getting chopped up. Maybe not too bad if you're not going in too heavy. If you're just doing 1 and 2 micros, maybe not too bad. Look for like 10, 15, 20 points. But if you're going in heavy, that's usually where you get chopped up here. So even if I can't get a trade in the next, say, 45 minutes, because like I said, we're only trading till 11:30 today, and then we'll be done, or 10:30 Central Time if you're in Central Time. We just, like I said, we did short the 71 this morning. That was one of my short zones that we took. Let's see. All right, so that looks like it may be the low for that 4-hour candle. Jake, I sent you a message in, what do you want to call it? Trading View under direct message. All right, so that, like I said, I was wondering if it was going to break this previous 4-hour candle here, and it doesn't look like we're going to break it yet. You could pull fib and see if this fib's going to hold on this 4-hour candle here. So you would look for a pullback, probably back up to the previous day high. And this is also the 50% of the move. If the bears are going to stay in control, they probably don't want to lose the 38 to 50% on the pullback. They don't want to get too back into discount. And take this off. Man, look at that nice 50% of the overall move just reject. What? Wow, did you take the 600 short there, Fish Lips? They don't. Well, like I said, I wasn't sure if we were going to break back below this previous 4-hour candle here. I'm still waiting on the 09s. Oh, you're long in 50 again? I'm going to be patient. I'm going to sit here and wait on the 5010s, 510s to get hit. Now, is that where you're just taking your long from 550 to 575, right, Fish Lips? Just like that real quick, 25 points. All right. Wow, that was real quick, too. Man, you're almost back at the 75 again. Man, this thing's paying crazy within these ranges right now. Nice. That was a nice little 30-point ripper. You don't get that a lot, though, Fish Lips. Well, like, we don't usually get this, like, over and over and over. I know the one time that I try it, this thing will dump. It'll, like, nope. You missed your opportunity. You missed your opportunity. Nope. Hopefully my thing didn't end here. No. Jake, how are you doing on your sim account today? Are you still taking sim trades? What's up, Solo? How are you doing today? So the reason why we're struggling to get through this area, this is a 5-minute order block here. So if we get through this order block, I mean, you can almost anticipate a nice move to the upside. Just lurking back and forth. I've only did one trade this morning. We shorted the 71s and the 50s. Those were my two short areas for level shorting. And that's because they broke the hourly wicks. And that was all these wicks right here. Plus, we had our previous day close here too. A lot of times, if we lose the previous day close, you'll get like a nice, 50 to 100 point trade. And you can see this morning, we lost the previous day high from yesterday and basically sold down 100 points. So it was a nice little, and I even shorted before it got there because yesterday I waited. And so I missed almost the whole short yesterday when we did this. And you can see when it went through, it just blasted through it. Luckily, you probably had another opportunity because this candle right here gave you a nice little retest. And that was perfect. This would have been the better entry here. You would have, and I probably would have made more on it, but I was only targeting the current 50% session. And so that's where we took our profit. So we still ended up with a nice 60 point trade off of this because we got short around 60 or 50 points. So we got a 50 point trade out of it. So that's kind of what we're doing now. We're just kind of just sitting and waiting. We're up $199 altogether, about $1,500 total in this account. So now we're just kind of waiting on a second setup so that we can get another funded trade. I've been wanting to kind of take an entry off the previous day close down here around the whole number. This is what I've been waiting on to get hit, but it's just not getting down there. And I feel like there's a lot down in this area for a possible bounce because you have 2 1-hour wicks, a 4-hour wick. You got the whole number. You got the previous day close. So, and on these 5 minutes, you got about 30 minutes of wicks from the 5 minutes consolidating here. So I feel like there's a lot down in that area to help hold us up. What's up, Outer? Any trades this morning? Fish Lips has been over here killing the 50, man. He's gonna probably took I swear, 5 trades off the freaking 50 up over here. The 50's been paying over and over and over this morning. It's already paid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 candles already. It's been insane. Goodness. Yeah, guys, like I said, there's not really anything to do here, at least for myself. There's nothing that I feel comfortable entering. My entry is going to be down there at 512. And we're looking for 10 points and a runner. Yeah, Fish Lips, you'll have to show us what kind of profits you made on all these 50 hits today. I hope you're cycling through them accounts like crazy. Cycle. Cycling through all his fundeds and evals. Sounds like even Methodical Man's over getting in on the fun. I hear Methodical Man talking about he's been over there scalping like crazy off of that 50 level. Yeah, just try not to get it caught up in the chop. If you are trading level to level, just go in small. Those little small trades add up over time. Oh, trust me, I don't either, Outer. I just try to add a little bit of what I do to his and just, look for the whole number trades. I don't go in heavy at all, Michael. Most of my scalping, if I'm doing what you're talking about, hear me talk about, you're looking for 25 points. So basically what it is, you're trading from whole number to whole number. So you only want to go in one micro and you don't want to get more than 2 or 3 levels deep. So basically, you would long 50. So fish lips in my lobbies over here, longing 50. So let's just say if 50 fails, your next order, you would be layering in. So you would doing it from one contract to the next. And you want it to make sense. So you don't want to be doing this if the market's in premium. You want to be doing this in discount. So this is kind of like this is premium going back to discount. So you want to do it the opposite. So if it's in premium, you want to be longing back into discount. If you're in discount, you want to be shorting or longing back into premium. I was wondering about this once we ran this 4-hour candle up here. Man, I'm wondering if we go all the way back up here now. Because we're getting back through this order block. What, 687? See what happens at the 25 here. And that's at the 21 EMA. So you would think that this 25 would pull back to the 600. What is that at 640? I probably won't consider a long unless we get back above the 650s. Husk can coordinate. Nice. All right, here comes your 650 or 625. So you would think that right here, you want to see a pullback. I don't know if you'll get the 600. I think it may get stuck here just because there's so many down wicks here at the 10. And this order block here. So it may get stuck on top of this order block. Sounds good, Fish Lips. Have a good rest of your day. So what we can do here is we hit the previous day high, get a little pullback, then maybe that next run might get us through. Oh, I was just saying I use the 1 hour break, like wig breaks as levels. Whew. All right, so this is one I said I wasn't sure if we would get back down because that's at the 50% current session. But because, you know, if you're shorting the 25 back to the 600, I wasn't sure if we'd struggle getting back through these wicks. Let's see if we can look for a trade up to the 50. Well, let me put that on. This is just 2 micros. And I will go to break even. We hit this because we're hitting a swing. There's a big down wick right there. I'm not sure if we'll get through that thing right away, because we can always re-enter. So if it hits it, then pulls back, we can always re-enter. There's big down wicks there on the 5 minutes. So we're going to go to break even as soon as it hits that first target. And we're looking for 650 for the runner. I don't know if it'll get through this. I feel like it's going to struggle a little bit. So I don't know how deep the pullbacks is going to be if it can't make it through this. You can see it's struggling to get through this. What it is, this is a previous swing. You can see this big wick down there, this big wick here. So these are the big wicks from this morning. We're about to have a new 5-minute candle. Good stop out. So just back in for 2 micros. So we're just going to risk what little profit we made off that previous trade. Remember, guys, we're just in this 2 micros. We're not over trading. I tell you guys that so y'all know that I'm not in this heavy. So this way, if I take losses, they're not like devastating losses. So I try to keep my losses small. I mean, every trade is not a winning trade. So you have to anticipate, you know, when you do lose. First target, we're going to go to break even. If it does hit it, like I said, a lot of wicks up in this area. So all right, break even trade, another free trade. Oh, come on. That was dirty. There she goes. I was about to say, don't do me dirty. Little backdoor trade there. Nothing like a good old backdoor trade. So as soon as this candle here started pushing down and it couldn't make a new low, I was going to be all in on this candle. So anytime that you get this big wick and this previous wick can't break this previous wick, more likely we're going to be pushing back up. We got so many big wicks down through here. It's just taking a lot to get through this area. I don't even know if this runner will make it to the 50. We actually may even just target 20 points. All right, nice. All right. It took 2 times to get it, but we got up there. Woo. Let's see what happens at that previous day high up there at 653. So, nice. We've got about 15 minutes till 11 o'clock this morning. So far, we're not really up a lot. Like I said, we just kind of just be tacking away at these accounts. So 73 and so about 275 altogether for the day between the both accounts. So, and this is just keeping it small so we're not wrecking our accounts. I'm trying to get better at doing that because I have a hard time with that in the past where I over leverage. So that's why I repeat it, try to keep myself from doing it and keep from somebody else making that same mistake. Because, you know, we all make mistakes trading. So don't feel bad if you make those mistakes. We all do it. I wasn't sure what the resistance would be. See, we could be going all the way back up to the 740s here. So this is 50% of this 4-hour candle to the left of us. So this big square box you see, this is a 4-hour candle. It's just broke down into 5-minute candles. So right now we're sitting at 50% of that previous 4-hour candle. So this could be a good rejection zone. So this is what I'm saying. Like maybe if we get above the previous day high, you could possibly look for another long here. See, I didn't know if we would run into all of this here. So these 3 squares that you see marked out here, these are hourly candles. They're just hourly blocks marked out with the 5-minute charts inside of them. And this way you can kind of get an idea where the previous next 1-hour candle is when you're trading up into these 1-hour candles. So right now we're trading up into 1-hour candles. So I'm anticipating some kind of resistance as we move up into this area. Dude, it's so tempting to look for a short back down to 25 here. What, all the way back to the 21 EMA. Oh, man. Solo, how's your morning been going so far? So if you're in a trade, you're wondering why we're not moving forward and you're not looking at higher time frames, it's because you just hit a 1-hour wick. So this is the bottom of your 1-hour candle and you just hit it. And you're going to have another one sitting up here. I didn't know if we would get the pullback to the 25 here. Or even the 26. And this could be the reversal part because we're right at the 50% of the total move also. So if you're pulling fib on this whole 4-hour candle, this is the 50% of that 4-hour candle. That was weird. Ooh, that's looking bullish or bearish. Wow, 60 on the dot. I just didn't have it in me to short. I just wasn't sure what kind of volume we're going to have pushing back up here. See, you would actually try to long off that 25 if you were doing the whole numbers. So really, it's so hard. Let's see. So basically that little rip back down was to fill in that 5-hour fair value gap there. So it's kind of like a little 5-hour fair value gap sitting there for anybody that likes to trade off gaps. So here's where you would need some kind of pullback here. Maybe pull the fib on this here. And that was a 30% pullback. So as long as this holds up, your bulls are going to stay in control. I may shut this off if it gets back below 20 because I don't really want to risk a lot because like I said, it didn't really get the complete 50% pullback. So this one's a little bit not really sure about this one. We're going to go to break even fairly quick because I don't feel like sitting through a bunch of drawdown. I'd rather just close the trade. So I want those to be kind of like instant trades where they just wick straight back up. We're just in 2 micros also, guys. So we're not in heavy. Just couldn't, the Bears couldn't pull it or the Bulls couldn't get it up there. So I'm going to use 25 as kind of my line in the sand here. If I feel like we're going to lose the 25, we'll close the trade. And that way we'll just be out kind of 6 points. I just don't feel like digging myself in a hole here. All right, we're still hitting. We're about to have a new candle. So I'm hoping this big wick candle, this next candle, will move to the upside since the bears had a hard time pushing it down. Because, I mean, this is a pretty good sizable wick. So you're looking at like a 30-point wick. Shit, that thing reversed quick on me. Oh, no, my controller's not working. Or mouse. All right, we're probably going to have to close this. I'm trying to hold off to that next candle. I can't tell where we're at as far as the loss go. We're going to get popped. All right. Son of a bitch. So let's see where we're at on that one. 87. Oh, that's going to suck because we're still got this gap down here. I still like the longs above the 25 or back above the 26. All right, so that's going to put us down 80 in the red. As you can see, 80 in the red. All right, we'll wait and see if we can find another entry with this account and see if we can get back in the green a little bit. We'll try one more. If that doesn't work, that'll probably be it for us today. So this could be our, whatchamacallit, our bull flag. So 50% of this leg pullback is sitting right there below the 500. So if you pull a fib on this leg, if we're going to continue higher, you kind of want to see this just pull back 40 to 50%. Then look for a breakout and a flag kind of like move to the back to the upside. And we took a similar trade like this yesterday. Unfortunately, even if we do take a winner, we're probably still going to be in the red a little bit. Got a minute and a half left for this candle. So we're about to have also a new 1 hour candle. So I'm hoping this new 1 hour candle will give us the move back to the upside. All right, minute left on this candle. What's up, Cart? How are you doing today? Gold's Chaos. Oh, okay, I already saw that one. So far, pretty good. We did take a red trade on this last trade, so we're green on two and red on another. Yeah, I'm hoping this next candle could possibly be our breakout candle. Oh, shoot. No. Oh, damn it. That should have been my quick 10 points. We're going to go to break even fast. We're a little heavy on this one. All right. It's hard to say when I'm going to enter those guys because these are breakout type of candles. So basically what it is on the 5 minutes, you're looking for 2 to red. Oh, shoot, my runner may get stopped out here. 2 to 3 red candles. Then you're just, as soon as it cracks the body of this close, you get long. So, I mean, we had it marked out with our lines, but it's hard to say when to enter this just because of that delay that you guys see. Stop loss probably needs to be down here. That's where the stop loss needs to be, but we're not going to do that. So. Son of a bee. It just gave us our quick 10 points. Once it breaks the 600s, it's no longer a valid trade. Because you just ran your swing. Try it one more time up here with 2 micros. This will have to be my last trade on this account. Because that'll be the 3rd trade, and that's usually more than I usually care to take on my funded accounts. So we'll just have to live with the red day if we take a red day here. And if you're just joining us, this is 2 micros also, guys. Got 25 seconds left on this candle here. About to have a new 5-minute candle, so I'm hoping this new 5-minute candle gives us a push. Don't really want to see us lose those 25s here. I want to see this 25 area hold up, or no more than like 30 or 40% of this previous 5-minute candle. Because this should be like an instant, so this just kind of like, not sure if it's going to make it here. Just being cautious. So far, it was never a bad trade because remember, we never broke the swing down here. So this is your swing point here. So. Ooh la la la. We get above those 50s. I don't see how we don't hit our target. Oh, come on. This stuff's insane today, guys. That'll be my last entry. All right, that'll be the last entry. Son of a bee. We're at least able to get back in the green. So, unfortunately, so, it's not going to be a red day, but we didn't really make anything off of it. So, just not getting the follow through that we need. It's paying us our 10 points. It's just, I look for most of my profit on the runner. And so that's where we're stalling out on the runners. All right. So, just buy gold. I know I hear people are destroying over there on gold. I don't really have any experience with the trading the gold. I'd probably get my face ripped off if I tried to buy gold. Is that what you're trading right now is gold? Oh, goodness. Yeah, we have all these 1 hour down wicks. I wasn't sure. I was trying to target these big wicks up here on this last run here, but it don't look like we're going to get up there. If we do get up there, it's probably going to go without me. So, oh goodness. Hopefully everybody's at least able to find him in like a nice little quick 10-point trade or 20-point trade this morning. The trade of the day would have been your short of the 71 and the previous day high. So those were the two levels that I was shorting this morning. So if you look to the left, these are going to be your hourly wicks. So this is where we took our bigger trade at this morning. Once I saw us breaking this here. It looks like we're going to miss out on all this profit because it looks like it's settling down a little bit. And I think we're at least run these highs above the 60s. But we're already out. Goodness. 50 point on gold plus runner before now. Long said to be. Are you trading silver also? Yeah, I've been trading. Oh, you've been trading gold also, Solo? Man. I know I've been seeing a lot more people switching over to the silver or the what do you want to call it? The metals market. What about the no read on the gold? How heavy do you go in when you're trading your gold there on that 40 points? Oh, wait, one mini. 40 points with one mini? Holy goodness. I missed the part where you put one mini. $100 a point. How large are you trading your own money or are you trading a big prop firm account to have that kind of drawdown possible? Woo, 40 points. Insane. Oh, you been trading gold, 3X ETFs. Okay. I don't guess I'm very aware of that one. Wow, this thing just give you another, man. That was a tough to get this up here, guys. That was you got up there. I mean, it looks like you may clear that 60, but unfortunately we got wicked out and we weren't going to re-enter. So that I'm not sure. I don't really follow a lot of the crypto market. I mean, I see it happening, but I don't like follow to see where it could go. Goodness, why didn't I just keep my order where it needed to be? So this is where your stop loss needed to be. Got to have the stop loss in the right place. So that would have been kind of perfect, but we paper handed it. So what you would have did is you would have pulled fib on this single leg here, this inside leg. And usually where it can't get back into discount, which is kind of back below 50%, 60, 70%, if the bulls are still in control, they're going to usually hold up about 40% of the pullback and continue higher. You can see we hit the 600 on the nugget there, then went all the way to the 50. That should have been a nice 50-point trade. So, but oh well. Sometimes we paper handed them. I bet he does well. Nice. No more momentum after lunch. Yeah, we're getting close. It's already 11:15 right now, so it's almost pretty much the end of my trading session. So right now we're just gonna kind of just look and see where we could have hindsight ourselves and like, man, we should have been in that trade. Why did we paper hand that? So if you like to trade a 5-minute breakout, so basically what you want to do is look for. So the reason I got in this one early, because I got into this move a little bit early on the last one, but you wait for 2 or 3 good candles. 3's the better one. If you can wait for 3 good 5-minute candle pullbacks where they're not very big, kind of, less than 10, 15 points. And once that third candle prints, most of the time you're going to get some kind of pullback. And if you pull fib on this leg, you would notice that it was only about 40% of this leg pullback. And so usually that's an indicator we're going to be moving higher. Oh man, we're back above the previous day high here too. Wasn't sure if we would hit those 65s and reject up here. There's the first 65 touch. You can see it just reached out and touched it a little bit, like saying hello. It didn't push. It was hard not to get long right here above this previous day high, but a lot of times if you can get back above it or below the previous day high, sometimes you get that nice little push because we printed above it. But that's okay. We're just going to walk away with because we traded just 3 fundeds today, so even though one we didn't end up with like I said, after fees and everything, we only end up with 14 cents. So it was pretty much a wash on that funded. These did okay. We're up 201 and 73 and one. We're up 1,500. We just broke the 900. So hopefully tomorrow we'll get a nice little winner. This way we get 2 accounts over $1,000. We didn't trade this other funded that we have 540 in, so we didn't really find a third trade going for that one. So we'll just hold on to our profits. We'll probably be trading the night session. There is news in the Japan market. So hopefully with being 3-star news in Japan tonight. So in Japan, they have interest rates decisions tonight. So hopefully that'll put a little volatility in the overnight session tonight. Man, look at that 65. Woo. Dude, if you're just looking for something easy to scalp off, man, just look for down wicks. Like for 5 or 10 points. Look at this. You had all these wicks in here. It's like we had that line put there. It's already down, 20 points. It's like you put that imaginary line there, the market respects it. It's like, hello. Actually, it was the second 1-hour candle is what it was. So this is a 1-hour candle here from 5 o'clock this morning. You can see that we already hit this first 1-hour candle. So you can see we're just literally going up and hitting all these 1-hour candles. If you didn't take this one, you got another one sitting right here, and you got 2 big wicks sitting. So 75 is probably going to offer a nice short session here. Because you're going to have all these 5-minute wicks plus the 1-hour wick. Now, I probably wouldn't look for anything more than like 10 points in a runner if you're going to take those wick trades. If you're just looking for just easy scalping type entries, especially just go to your hourly chart. Let's see, go to the hourly. So the next hourly candle is going to be sitting at 78. Or you can just go over to your hourly charts. So we just hit that one at 62, 65 area, or 65, 66. So it already hit that one. Is the next one at 69? Maybe the next one's at 69. 70, 73, 67. I still think that you could possibly get a nice little 10-point trade out of this area just because that's so many 1 hour candles to the downside. So let's look at the 4 hours. Ooh, I may even look at there. Oh, that's at the 70. Do we get to the 75? 83. Maybe. We will try it with you. Go, why not? We'll give it a whirl. Let's see if the 4 hours hold up here. Now it could push up to the 83. It looks like 83. So I probably wouldn't risk more than 10 or 15 points here, like up to the 90 max. I mean, I would think that we get some kind of rejection here at the 81s at the most. You got these double wicks down there on the 5 minutes. It also depends. We have another wick sitting at 70 also. Now, if we miss the trade, we will just take it off. So if we miss it, so if it pulls back 10, 20 points, we're just going to take it off. So like I said, we could possibly even push up to the bottom of here too. Let's see what happens. This is just 2 micros. The gold just broke out. Nice. I'm not even watching the gold charts. I feel like if we continue moving up, 732 would probably be my target if I was long. This is just going to be looking for a scalping entry here, guys. This is it. Just a scalping trade. I just don't know how many pushes I'm willing to hold on to because, man, we keep pushing this area. All right, let's see if 81 gets hit. So like I said, 81 will be your next target here to get hit. Then 90 will probably be my line in the sand. That would be all these wicks here. Or maybe we even add at 90 or even the 700 level. Let's see if we get that first target here. Trying to get to break even. All right. Oh, shoot. Got within like a couple points of it. Still got 50 seconds left. Oh, it's not going to have it. Come on. Just we're only like 5 points away. Oh, damn it. Doesn't look like it's going to give it to us. $12 left. I know we're not going to survive a second 5-minute candle. This second 5-minute candle could just rip on us. Oh, he hit that wick again. Holy crap. No, it's so close. All right. It probably won't. It's not going to survive another hit, guys. So hopefully you're at break even. Oh, damn it. It literally just wicked my first target. I feel like we could possibly even get another short off up here around the 90s. And what we'll do is we'll play out the 700. So if above 700s, we'll call it here. But we also got these big wicks down here. You got all of this sitting here at the 90. Yeah, I'm thinking we go to the 732s. If I was holding a trade for the long, I wouldn't even mess with. These are just kind of scalping trades where you're just kind of scalping for like 5 or 10 points. And maybe you get that pullback to like the 50. See, we had 2 big wicks down there too at the 80s. For some reason, if this already pulls back down to the 50s, we probably won't take this trade because that'll be that already kind of 50 pullback. Because a lot of times you'll hit this whole number or this quarter hold number at 75. You'll get the nice pullback to the 50s or even to the 40s before it rips back up. So you almost like you can pull fib on this leg here and get an idea about where we're going to pull back to. I would like it for us to kind of like this be at the top here, then get that 50% pullback, that 38% pullback, and that would be right back to the 50s. Then 700 here will be my line in the sand. Because we have all these 5-minute candles also, so a lot of support in this area. $740 equal highs. Yeah, if I was in the long game, that's what I'd be looking forward to. Remember, guys, we're only entering these trades on 2 micros. Just a little bit more. You can see we got tons of resistance in this area, so I may have it a little on the too high side because this is a lot of 5-minute candles to get through. I was trying to shoot for the bottom of these 5-minute candles, kind of where these are all just kind of bumping together right here and looking for the pullback into there. So we may not get that one. What's up, Smiley? Yeah, there's another guy in here that's doing the gold trading. Ooh, 85 was the mark. I don't know if I'm going to let it go up for a second touch. I think I missed it. I think 85 was actually the level that we probably should have shorted instead of 88. My target is 765. Yeah, we're going to take this off. I feel like we already missed it. All right, guys, that's going to be the ending of my trading journey for this morning. I was hoping to get another little win on my account so that I'm not in a trade. No, those are fees. I just got charged $4 in fees. I was like, am I in a trade? Got to make sure you close your trades here. All right, like I said, green on the two other fundeds. These fundeds are pretty much going to be break even today. So that's pretty much where we're going to be at today. If I was holding long, I would be targeting 732. Wherever the London highs are. The London highs are up there at 716, 720. Or even 740, I guess. 740. But you're running into an order block sitting up there at 720. Let's see. I'm going to mark out my 88 trade and see if we get another bounce there for 10 points. And all we're looking at is for 10 points here. But I think I missed it. I feel like 75 was probably it because was your 10-point trade or 20, actually almost a 20-point trade. Are you in an entry now, Outer? Oh, you're thinking 740 should get swept. The next resistant QB is up there at the 807. All right, I'll bring over gold if you want to watch gold. Let me put it on gold. So GC. Woo, look at gold. It ripped this morning, didn't it? Man. What are you trading? Like breakouts on your gold? Are you just trading like 5-minute breakouts, or what time frame are you trading on? Oh, we missed the short, guys. That was 30 points. We had it in the wrong spot. I noticed like after it happened, it should have been at 85 and not 88. It was this here, all the way across wick. I was targeting this one here, so I targeted the wrong one. It happens. It happens. You ain't gonna get it perfect every time. You do 5-minute breakout, exactly 15-minute range breakout. Okay, so you're doing 5-minute breakouts like this here. Nice. Now, how many candles are you waiting for your breakouts? I mean, you want more than one red candle, right? Dude, the shorts are paying. That's okay. Thank you guys all for watching today. I hope you're at least able to find like a nice little 10-point trade. I'm not sure what you guys shoot for as targets. To me, I do it a little bit different. I try not to over leverage a lot of times, because in the past when I've over leveraged, I just get myself in trouble. So this way, if I just take smaller trades and just look for bigger winners, sometimes I just feel like that works best for me. And I like to add to it, like so where you can add to your entry. So that way you make sure you're on the right side. This way, if you're on the wrong side, it's not too devastating to your account. You too, Outer. Yeah, I have to be somewhere at 12 today. But we're definitely going to be probably back for the Asia market. I know I've been slacking on the Asia market lately. Yeah, I've been trying really hard not to over leverage my accounts and stay away from like revenge trading. Those are probably the two main things that I've been trying to stay away from: revenge trading and over leveraging, because that's usually what's hurt me in the past. And staying away from the 1-minute charts. The 1-minute charts, guys, man, I used to over trade way too much. The worst is when you have a good trading morning and you continue trading leading up to the lunch hour, then wreck your account. That's always the worst. So you may get a little box breakout here. So you had a box here, and this is on gold here. So little box. Another little box here. Breakout. For anybody that likes to trade the boxes. Pretty much the same thing as a bear flag, I guess. And this is gold. Oh, yeah. Fish Lips be knocking it out on the 15 seconds and the 1 minute. I couldn't do the 15 seconds. Has anybody ever looked at the 15 seconds? There's just no way. I'd be like, so that's just so out of my wheelhouse. I've tried it, Fish Lips, and I have no luck. Trying to trade the 15 seconds. This would be your 15-second chart. Whew. Oh, the position, like as far as like where it bounces at and stuff. Yeah, there's just I guess 15 seconds, is that more just like level trading than it really is taking entry? I guess I would have, if I traded something like that, it would have to be strictly level base. you exit with inside the 1 minute. Okay. Yeah, I think I've tried the 15 seconds before, and I just know I didn't have any luck with it. I think I just felt overwhelmed just because of how fast it's moving with all the candles. I can't process it fast enough. Like I said, if I did do like the 15 seconds or even back even to the 1 minute, it would have to strictly go back to level base. Man, I can't believe I missed that. I missed my trade by like 2 points. I thought we would get that 88 wick, but man, it hit the 85 and rejected. Make sure your mouse is clicking and working fast. Okay, that's pretty funny. Oh, goodness. Trust me, I'd be the same way out. Like, am I going to enter here? The time I enter, it's already up like 5 or 10 points. All right, guys, I got to walk away before I sit here and BS for longer than I need to. Thank you. Good luck the rest of the day. Try not to overtrade if you're already up green. Yeah, I wanted to short that 88 while ago. Now that I'm not in it, oh, never mind. Not sure what level that was over here. So you had to sit through a little bit of drawdown. Let's see. Oh, come on. There's that. Oh, goodness. At least would have gave you 10 points. Wow, this is insane how fast this is moving. So, woo. And that hurts my eyes, fish lips. Yeah, 15 seconds is the real Ninja Trader. How many points is this 88? Remember a while ago I had an entry sitting down on 88 looking for like a 90 touch. And I didn't want to take it for that second push back up. And that thing went up there about 4 points in the red and you would have got your 10 points. Not sure how many points you would get past your 10 points, but you at least got your 10 points. Real quick like. All right. Thank you guys. Everyone have a wonderful evening. Thank you guys for hanging out today.